Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today's gonna be a really quick video on my first take on this new Creed release, Creed's Viking. So I went to the Creed boutique in Las Vegas here. They have it, so if you're in Vegas, go over there, you can actually smell it, ask for a sample. They have over there to smell, but the release is not until September 5th, so you can't get a bottle from there yet, but you can go and sniff it if you're in Las Vegas, or I think New York might have it as well. I don't know, but they have it in Las Vegas. So guys, I've had this is not really a first impression because I already smelled it, but I did feel my first impression, so here's my first impression. Can I try it on skin, actually? Sure. Just to be completely good.
Get that expression going.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh my god, I've been waiting for this for a long time.
7 years to make this.
Only my breath works. 6-7 years.
7 years in the making.
This is interesting, like definitely interesting. It gets that salty, like sea vibe that they were talking about in the notes and stuff like that. That's unique. It's different. It is very unique. It reminds me of only one fragrance that I know of. They're just similar. They're not the same. They're just similar. But that's good. So guys, right off the bat, I thought this fragrance was pretty unique. Like, it's nothing that you smelled anywhere in the Creed line before. It's very unique, and it's a very intense smelling fragrance. The opening is just really fiery. It's really red smelling. It's intense, it's spicy, it's wow. It's an amazing opening, I'm not gonna lie. I love the opening, but it is super strong, super punchy. I've had it on, it's on my hand right now for about 4 hours now. I actually wore it today too. I didn't wear anything. I went to the boutique and I just sprayed it on. I received one compliment, believe it or not, wearing it already. So we're off to a really good start, and it's yeah. So it's been on my hand for about 4 hours. The opening does simmer down quite quickly within the first hour. The opening does go away a lot, leaving you with more of the really salty vibe. Just is salty sea vibe. A lot of ambergris is in here. Man, it's just a really salty, slightly spicy, slightly clean. It has like kind of just a touch of soapiness with the saltiness, and it's just a tad bit spicy. And the way dry down, you are gonna get lavender as well. I do get lavender off this. Now the big question that everyone probably wants an answer to is this the new Aventus? Like, does this beat Aventus? Does it dethrone Aventus? No, to me it's not. Like, as a standalone fragrance, it is great, but it doesn't have that, it doesn't wow me like when I smelled Aventus. Like, you know, when a lot of people probably have that same experience. When you first smell Aventus, you smelled it and it just takes you right away. It's like, wow, this is the fragrance. This is what I want to smell like forever. And that's my first impression of Aventus. When I smelled it, it was just incredible. When I smelled this though, as you saw my first impression, I wasn't way too impressed, you know? Like, I was impressed that it's really unique. I like it, but it's not super sexy to me. Like, I think it's rough, it's rugged, yeah, but it's not extreme. It's not like super sexy like vibe like Aventus is. It's a great fragrance, don't get me wrong, but just to address the question, does it beat Aventus? I don't think it beats Aventus, okay? Now back to the smell, guys. I have to say one thing about this fragrance. It is a fragrance that your nose will get used to really quickly. Your nose will definitely go blind to it if you smell it too close, because like when I wore it and I smelled it, I thought it was a really soft fragrance because I kept smelling it, right? And I thought it was a soft fragrance, and then after an hour I revisit the fragrance that's on my hand and it smells stronger. So your nose definitely gets used to it really quickly. Like, I can't smell the sillage around me, but the people around me can. Like, I got one compliment for today already, and I'm sure it projects a lot. It's just that your nose goes super blind to this. So guys, when you test it out, make sure to smell it from quite a distance away, and you get to see the real smell of it. If you smell it too close, it could be too much. This is a really strong fragrance, and the salty nose is really pronounced in here. You get that right away from the opening, salty. All the way to the base, still pretty salty. The spices are really mainly at the opening, and it dies down over time. The soapiness, the touch of cleanness comes towards the end when the lavender kind of starts coming out. So overall, I love this fragrance. I think it's really good release from Creed, a very unique release from Creed. And as you see on my first impression, I mentioned that it reminds me of one particular fragrance. It's not the same, they just have this similar saltiness to it, and this one is Lignum Vitae. Now Lignum Vitae has this really intense saltiness with it too, but what Lignum Vitae has that Viking doesn't have is that it has the biscuit note. And the biscuit note has really gourmandy sweet nuances to it, and this smells fantastic. It smells super fantastic. Creed Viking shares that saltiness. That's the only thing they share, is that the saltiness. It reminds me straight up of Lignum Vitae when I smelled it. This intense saltiness. It's just, this is not as sweet. It doesn't have those gourmand biscuit note, but it has spices. It has spices, it has muskiness, it's a little bit clean. It's wow. I feel like I'm talking too much. But guys, this is a really good release. I like it a lot. Pretty impressed so far. My friend who went with me also was pretty impressed by this fragrance. And I feel like this is a type of fragrance that would last a really long time on skin. I don't know how good it will project like throughout the day, but I feel like it's gonna be a really long lasting fragrance because that saltiness, 4 hours in, is still pretty intense on my hand. I can see this lasting around 8 to 10 hours, if not even more than that. So this is definitely a really good fall scent, winter scent, maybe spring scent, because it's a very heavy, thick, amazing smelling fragrance. In the high heat, probably not. It's just gonna be way too cloying, and the saltiness is just too much for the super high heat. But in other occasion, I feel like it works great. I think it'll be also a good fragrance if you talk about occasion. In a suit would be nice too, you know. Maybe like walking around in nature, casual, formal. I feel like this is quite a signature worthy scent. I can't really pinpoint an occasion for it, but I would, like myself, I would use this fragrance for pretty much any time. So to me, it smells like a signature scent. You know, like you can wear it in any type of situation, just not summer. It will be too cloying for summertime. Man. I feel like this is a fragrance that will get you some compliments. I think from my first impression, it will get you maybe a little bit of compliments, but I don't feel like it's gonna get a lot of compliments like Aventus does. But I could be wrong. This is just a first take. It's not a full review, it's just a first take. I could be completely wrong, but I just don't see it getting the popularity that Aventus gets, you know? It's a solid release, it's a great release, it's a unique release, it's just not gonna get really popular like Aventus would be. Plus, the price point is ridiculously expensive. For 100 ml is $4.95. For a 50 ml is $3.50. So it's the most expensive Creed fragrance that's not the Lay exclusive. So definitely they're aiming for like the super high clientele. They up the price a lot, and guys, I just don't see it. I just don't see it getting that popular. Like I see like I see some people using it, the Creed fans might use it, but I just don't see it getting the popularity that Aventus does, because Aventus is a lot more well-rounded. It's a lot more of a compliment monster. People love it, and it has that wow factor to go with it too. This one in competition with Aventus, I don't think it compares. But as a standalone fragrance, like I mentioned, I like it. I love it myself. It's great. I really commend Creed for releasing something this unique and this, like, I wouldn't say daring. I feel like it's pretty wearable. So props to Creed. Props to them, because they usually do fresh fragrances. This is not extremely fresh like the other ones do. This is more heavy, and I love it. I love that they went the more heavy route and they succeeded. Great release, guys. Yeah, if you're in Vegas, try it out. If you're anywhere where you can try this out, guys, go ahead and test it. September 5th is when it's actually gonna be released. You can pre-order them now on the website. And guys, that'll be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye.